Well, there's Strathmore High School. 2016. Nothing like it was back when we went to school here. Welcome. What does that say? Alumni. Your name again?
Andy Plyman, Dean of Strathmore High School.
And you're the vice principal?
Vice principal.
And how long you been here?
This is my 7th year.
And you graduated from here?
No, I am a graduate of Exeter High School.
Exeter. Well, okay, Exeter, I'm going to have to edit that right out of this video.
98.
Since my wife's from Exeter here, class of 55.
There we go.
I'm going to edit all that out of this video. And what's your name over here?
Joel Cottle.
Class of 1966, and you're having your 50th this year.
Oh, you're part of the
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And this is charge.
Yes, I'm Rosemary Gifford. I'm a graduate, 1970 graduate of Porterville High.
Wow.
Go Panthers.
And you work here, and you're in charge of the library
I'm
here
the
at the
librarian
high
here.
school.
I've been here for 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
You might have to edit that Porterville Panthers out, too.
Recording? Okay. I'm Richard Wilkinson. I'm at my own alma mater, Strathmore High School. I graduated in 1950. What's that, 65 years ago? That's a long time.
Oh, I know.
And the school. Most of these people are class of 1966, having their 50th this year.
Record. I know.
This is Skylar Lowell Crocker's grandson. And he's,
Here in the flesh.
And he's the president of the student body. What's it called? The student body?
I was student body president, but I'm alumni association
Alumni president, yeah.
Soon to be
And here's Pete Laura.
class of 75, but Kyler's going to be our supervisor here in a few months.
Yeah.
school board trustee, Porterville Unified.
Oh, good.
Strathmore is well represented. We've got two alumnus on this Porterville Unified School.
One more. And
One more.
Okay,
Should we tell you how old he is?
Judy Parman, Joyce and John Parman's sister. And when I was in high school, I remember when you were born, when we were in high school.
Yeah.
There we put that. Class is 66.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Joyce says hello.
And we got a good turnout here in the class of 66 here in the library. Okay, we're adjourning to we're going to the gymnasium for a meeting in the gymnasium. Student body meeting. Assembly, I think you call it assembly.
Alumni Assembly. I'd like to take a moment to thank our alumni for being here today. You know, when we talk about today, it just shows with the participation and the history of this school, the pride that the people that have been alumni or are here have. Not only that, but the support and the sense of community that we can see with you guys being here and that we continue to build. We just want to say thank you, and we appreciate you guys being here.
Thank you everyone for hosting us again for another year. And as you guys like to call this, it's Alumni Day, but for all of us here, we call it homecoming. Now why do we call it homecoming? Because we all are coming home. And so we've got homecoming for football. This doesn't supplant that. This is in addition to that. So we've got homecoming the first full weekend in May every year. So for those of you seniors, where's the senior city? Come on, I know you're loud and proud. Next year, you guys can all participate. First weekend in May. Juniors, sophomores, freshmen, you got a little bit longer to wait for that. But for seniors, we're expecting you out there. So I want to thank the staff that we've been able to work with, Mr. Kleinman, Mrs. Reese Avalos, I didn't know, it was Reese for me. Mrs. Gifford, Mr. Huey. Hey, anybody want to see Mr. Huey tonight, tomorrow? I mean, he's going to be out there at softball tournament. You guys got something to go with. You're out. He's looking forward to getting some former students. I want to right now, I just want to introduce or have the classmates that are here introduce yourselves, tell the group what year you graduated, where you currently live, and if you are still working, what you're doing, if you're retired, what you did do, and I know some of you have a little bit else to add, but we'll kind of just go down the line and pass the microphone. So I'll start. Kyler Crocker, class of 2005. I live in Strathmore. I didn't go very far, and I work for Pacific Gas and Electric Company, helping people with energy efficiency needs. And we might
class of 1950. I want to predict this from Jose Zavala. He asked where was the most popular spot to hang out during school breaks. I don't remember school break. My dad had a grocery store, and we had 10 acres west of here. And I used to work for my dad, and all the kids used to work. What is the question? What students do after school? Most of us worked in the field or in the workers. Everybody worked back then. And how was classroom arranged back then? Did every classroom look the same? Actually, from 1950, there's nothing left of the school I went to. Everything is brand new. I want to explain my very first job. I chopped cotton for my neighbor. Was in 8th grade. I got 50 cents an hour. I made $1. I worked 2 hours after school. I didn't know weekend. I had $5. I worked 8 hours on Saturday. I had $9. That's the most money I ever had in my life. And I learned a new concept. If you work, you get money. And I had that concept all my life. And my whole career, I only was out unemployed 2 months. I've always worked. Anyway, in high school, I was sort of a goofball. I had a 1929 Model A4, was my whole life. I wasn't a very good athlete. But when I got out of school, fortunately, I didn't have to take the SAT test, because I would have never passed it. But I went to Navy for 4 years. When I got out, I went to college, and my wife went across the course. And when I graduated from there, I went to San Jose State, and I did something I know my instructor would never thought I could possibly do it. I graduated with a PS in mechanical engineering. I pursued something I had all my life. 12 days before my 77th birthday, I went on my check ride and passed, and I got my pilot license. And I'm 84 years old. My wife and I are aircraft owners. We own a 1969 Cessna Cardinal, and I haven't flown since 2 weeks ago. I'm still flying my airplane at 84. Anyway, don't give up your dreams no matter how old you get. Anyway, I want to say that I want the kids in here who graduated from the same grammar. I went to the best grammar school in Tulare County. I went to Sunnyside Grammar School. That's it for now. It's great to be back here again. And don't forget, don't give up on your dreams and get out there and work for a living.
We're giving out tens of thousands of dollars to students. I think it was close to $300,000 that we've given over the lifetime of the scholarship. Tom Shimasaki was a alumni here, and he sold insurance, and he was very passionate about Strathmore High and everything Strathmore, and so he founded this, and after his passing, the Alumni Association has continued on his efforts. And so, with that, I think Andy has, or excuse me, Mr. Plymouth. Mr. Plymouth has something to announce.
Thank you guys for being patient. We're going to get you out of here, but I would like to announce our Tom Shimasaki Award winners or recipients for this school year. And I would like to ask for Rosario Gutierrez to step down. As we're going to do, how I'm okay, well.
Thank you, everyone. And we've got softball tournament tonight. Come to the Memorial Building. Show up tomorrow as well.
Hey, where do you get one of those suits?
I know.
I'm gonna get one of those outfits. Where do you buy one of those?
Well, this I think is from the 70s and 80s. Do
I
you
think it is,
remember it?
yes.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think
this
it
is the band uniform.
Yeah,
from back in the day.
that's pretty nice, huh?
So when my son started here, the one that got married at your place,
Let's talk about algebra. Anyway, I took first year algebra, and I don't remember what I got from algebra. I was a poor student, and luckily they didn't take the SAT test. I would never pass. But anyway, In January, after I graduated, I went to join the United States Navy in January '51. I'm actually a non-combat Korean veteran. When I got out, I met my wife at College Sequoias. But while I was in the Navy, I was an airplane mechanic in a patrol squadron, and I saw the huge difference between college graduates and us flunkies like us who only had a high school diploma. They were flying the airplanes with the pilots and all, and I was determined that I am gonna go to college when I get out of the Navy. I acquired first year algebra. I already took first year algebra in high school. I got that book 2 hours every day. I go to the library, I start working every problem in that book. And when I got out of the Navy, I was a pretty much expert in first year algebra. When I went to COS, I took second year algebra. My instructor had 2 classes. I got the highest grade in both of his classes. And then it comes to scary stuff called analytic geometry and calculus. That's scary stuff. But if you're good in algebra, calculus is a snap. Anyway, after I graduated from COS, where I met my wife, she graduated the same time I did. I went to San Jose State. I graduated with a BS in mechanical engineering. I worked my whole career as a design engineer. I have several patents. I worked for IBM and several at Seagate. I worked on computer hard drives at Seagate. Anyway, I tutored all of my grandkids with algebra. And I found it the most difficult thing that they were stumbling. How many again in here getting worse than a C, almost everybody? And I think what I did, I changed their attitude. I said, you know what? Most people are failing in algebra because you're not getting good grades in it, and because you're not getting good grades, you don't even try. And I said, if you start getting good grades, you'll love algebra. If you get the best grade in the class, you'll really love algebra. And so I said, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna tutor you. We're gonna do every problem. I'm gonna explain how to do it. I helped every one of my kids get to high school, and they all graduate, and they all get good grades in algebra. Because I tutored every one of them, and I even tutored some of their friends. But the main thing was change their attitude about that. If you're having trouble, get help and start making good grades. When you start making good grades, you'll actually love algebra. Anyway, I got a question for you. Who knows what 26 to the 0 power is?
1.
What is it? 1. Excellent. Excellent.
Yay!
I told my
said
granddaughter,
that, right?
Becky, she was in the 8th grade just thinking, I said, the teacher's gonna pull this on you. It doesn't sound right, but any quantity to the 0 power is 1, and when you take exponents later, it's easy to prove, but it doesn't sound right that it's 1. So she was only in class a week, and the teacher pulls that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he says, anybody know, like, one person raised his hand, my granddaughter, and he says, what is this, 1? He says, well, how did you know that? And she says, well, I'm not stupid. Anyway, actually, algebra right now is, what good is it, you know? What good is algebra? Well, if you're gonna go on to higher math, if you have a really good background in algebra, calculus, analytic geometry and calculus, and differential equations, it'll all be a snap. If you have a lousy background in algebra, you're gonna fail. So remember, try to get good grades, and your whole attitude will change about math. And so, that's what I have to say.
Thank you so much.
You're on nationwide television. You like to say anything to the president?
They won't allow me to say it on television.
That's the same way I feel.
Well,
I'm gonna slap this hill.
Okay, what class you?
Class of 57.
And your name when?
I'm older than
What was your name in high school?
Marilee Cantwell.
Oh, and then you married Ted Isles.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
she's my first
It's
wife.
a
Your
miracle.
first wife?
60
wife.
years we've been married.
That's your first wife, and this is my first wife, Exeter. And you're Marilee's first husband?
Yes.
I think.
Oh.
I